Have your live team coverage from Wickenburg. ABC 15's John Erickson has new reaction tonight, but first we'll go to ABC 15's Justin Pizzera with a close-up look at that new damage. Justin.
Yeah, Kim, you know, obviously when you have a big storm blow through that came through Wickenburg, you're going to have a big mess to clean up. Look at this. The homeowners here in this one neighborhood, they put up these sandbags about 8 months ago. Unfortunately, it did not do a lot of good. Look at here. You can see one of the sandbags. It's now up to the bumper on this Honda. Here's the tailpipe, now surrounded in mud. Look at this mess. This homeowner here says that the cars were working fine. Unfortunately, probably not now. There's still water in the cars. They can't even get them out. He says his engines are just probably shot. The homeowner says when this water came through, it was fast and fierce.
Oh my God, this is in Wickenburg. Can't believe it.
In a matter of seconds, Mother Nature showed what kind of a punch she can throw. This is cell phone video from a resident standing inside her mobile home. The park just a few steps away from what is now a raging river. Tom Bray has never seen anything like it.
Incredible. It's an absolute downpour. Couldn't see probably 10 feet in front of me.
The city has opened up its emergency operations center. More city police officers and firefighters are being called in. There's homes and streets damaged. The power is out. Nerves are a little rattled.
Scary, really scary. What I'm worried about is down the river.
You can see just how much water fell in parts of Wickenburg. This mobile home park completely flooded. Residents here say water rushed in a matter of minutes. Some parts of the mobile home park, they're seeing the water recede, but now they are left with a big muddy mess.
About 2 feet water. Dangerous, so dangerous. Like you don't believe.
This is what this homeowner is now dealing with. His car's stuck in thick, deep mud. The big question tonight is, how is he going to get them out and when?
And this is where that water rushed through right past these cars right here. The good news, the homeowner got one car out. Obviously, he still has a lot of work to do. The good news in Wickenburg tonight, it has stopped raining. Kim?
Yeah, that is good news to hear. Justin live there showing us that muddy mess. Thank you. We continue our team coverage now with ABC 15's John Erickson. And John, most of us watch this unfold live on TV, but for the town, it is going to take some time to recover.
Kim, I'm standing on what's usually the road surface of Recreo Drive, just north of Highway 60 here in Wickenburg. But look at what's on either side of me here. I'm basically a ditch on either side, about 3 feet of mud. They have the heavy equipment right up the road here trying to clear everything out. And so this is a residential street. If we can get up here onto this mud here, I'm going to be your guide with the light as my cameraman Bill shows you what's going on. This is a camper basically under the mud here. I would imagine it had been parked alongside the roadside here. Just over to the left side of your screen, a white picket fence that has been badly mangled by this storm. And this gives you an idea again of just how much mud we're talking about that was flowing through here. This was a Ford Ranger pickup that was, again, I would guess, parked alongside the roadside here. And you can barely, I'm going to come on in front of the camera here. Here's the very top of the tire right here. So at least 2.5 feet of mud that ran down this hill. And then the even more personal side of all this, take a look at this house over to the right here. You can see the picnic table that was probably thrown down river with the water, and the resident came home just a short time ago, as you can imagine, devastated coming home to find that this is the state of her house at this hour. Again, we are just north of Highway 60, a little bit before you get into the main roundabout as you're coming on 60 from the valley. We talked to a restaurant manager who did her best to comfort the people who live in this area. They were rushing in to see her just after this flood rolled through. Listen to what she had to say.
People were just coming in to be rescued. They wanted someplace dry to be, maybe eat if they could, just stay out of the rain. They were just cold and stuck, stranded. So we were just being like we are, a nice country town, letting them in, eat.
All right, back live here. The heavy equipment continues to work up on Recreo Drive here, trying to clear this. They did clear this path. That's why I'm able to kind of stand in this little bottom of a ditch again that we said has been made by this mud. A lot other scenes similar to this around the town. I talked to the city manager who said that tomorrow is really when they're going to be able to determine just how bad the damage is to these streets, these roads. He says about 7 homes either face very little damage, some cosmetic, or much worse, like the one that we saw, that we showed you here. The Red Cross at this hour has not set up a shelter. What we do know, what's good news here, no one was hurt, no one had to be rescued. So at least physically, everyone is okay tonight, Kim.
Yeah, John, that is good news. But again, like you said, and really showed us tonight, so much cleanup that they are going to have to do with all of that mud surrounding their homes and vehicles there. Thank you so much. And we have had several viewers calling us from Wickenburg. We spoke to Julie, who lives above the Hassayampa River. She snapped these photos as the floodwaters came rushing in. She says she was one of the lucky ones. Her property did not see damage, but many of her neighbors were not so lucky.
The town will come together and help people, both those that have lost their property and those that have lost animals or whatever it is.
Julie said it was shocking to see all that water coming in so quickly, and again, one of the lucky ones there. Before